Welcome to another edition of the CS Podcast, where you can hear interviews with special guests such as
Dayon Buchanan, Tom Waddle, Pierre Desir, Brent Berry, Ed Werder,
and many others.
Too big, too strong, too fast, too good.
So be sure to subscribe and tune in to the CS Podcast on YouTube at youtube.com/ChristianRE722.
Did you not get the memo?
That's www.youtube.com/ChristianRE722 for great interviews. Be sure to check out the CS Podcast.
You are ridiculous.
Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Shanafel, and I'm now joined by 2015 NFL Draft prospect, linebacker out of Central Connecticut State University, Josh Alaeze. I appreciate you taking some time to chat. Josh, how's it going?
Oh, everything's going good right now.
Well, I gotta say,
In the off-season.
absolutely, man. I gotta say, it's definitely a pleasure to finally speak with you. We've been connected for a little bit now, so let's get right to it. Coming out of Dunbar High School in Baltimore, I know you had a lot of success in football, basketball, and track. You decided to carry on with your football career at Central Connecticut State University and play for the Blue Devils. How did you come up with that decision?
That decision came out of when I was in high school. I was committed to Delaware State, but when I got to Delaware State, there was a problem with my NCAA clearinghouse with one of my classes, so I had to take a route to Milford Academy. And during my time at Milford, the coaches from Central, they came to our combine. They liked what I did. They liked how I moved, and they just pursued me. And they took a chance on me when nobody else did, being as though I spent a majority of my time at Milford hurt.
Now, I see your first 2 years as a Blue Devil. You played linebacker, defensive line, and special teams. You were able to rack up 37 tackles, 10 tackles for loss. You also had a pretty big junior season as you registered 55 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. You were named second team All-NEC. With all that being said, Josh, what were your expectations for this past season, knowing that it'll be your final go-around at the college level?
Coming into the season, I would say I had pretty high expectations all around. I think our team as a whole had pretty high expectations. You know, we felt a lot of energy. We got a new coach. He brought in a lot of energy. And so the overall vibe was to go 12-0 and to have a couple of All-Americans on our team.
Any specific individual goals that you had for this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wanted to win the Buck Buchanan Award, the Defensive Player of the Year Award. I wanted to make sure my name was in that group of guys that get selected for that, but the season didn't go as I planned, so I mean it was real humbling, you know.
Yeah. The season didn't go as for you guys as a team. It didn't go as planned. You guys finished 3-9. Individually, Josh, you were able to record 43 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. Now, how would you describe not only this past season but your overall college football experience at CCSU?
My overall college experience was great, actually. You know, I'm a 3-year starter in college, so I never had to worry about playing time. I've been around some great coaches that really support me and are just team-oriented. So that has been amazing. This year has been kind of wild. You know, we started off the season extremely hot. We beat Towson, probably the biggest win in our school history at the time. And then it just went downhill. I know that win certainly humbled a lot of people around here. You know, when you do something that you believe you can do, but nobody else in the world does, it can kind of raise your self-esteem a bit too high, and I think that's what happened to us.
Absolutely. Chris Shanafel talking to 2015 NFL Draft prospect, linebacker out of Central Connecticut State University, Josh Alaeze. And Josh, it seems like more and more talent is coming from the NEC. Throughout your 4 years at CCSU, who would you say is the best or most impressive player you've played against?
Without a doubt, I got to give it to my running back, Rob Oliver. I'm sorry, that boy is just practicing with him for the past 3 years. I know he made me so much better. He probably is the most elusive player in FCS football. People don't realize how tough of a guy he is. He might be a little small on the size that they say, but he brings it, and he don't fear nothing.
Hey, man, tape don't lie.
Tape don't lie at all, man.
If you had to single out one, Josh, what's the biggest or most memorable play that you've made or that you've been a part of?
My most memorable play, I would probably say, came my sophomore year versus Duquesne. It was our homecoming, and we were defeated at the time. We hadn't won a single game yet, and I was in the backfield, and I came through the B gap. I was at defensive end, and I came through a B gap stunt, and I came under the tackle, and I drilled the running back, and he fumbled, and we had a big 300-pound defensive tackle. He scooped it up and went about 30 yards. It was just exciting. The whole stadium was rocking. It was exciting.
And what do you feel is your biggest strength as a linebacker? When I look at your tape, I mean, it seems like you have some pretty nice speed yourself. It seems like you're able to get to the backfield, whether it's tracking down the running back or the quarterback. It seems like you could do all that pretty well. Once again, what do you feel is your biggest strength as a linebacker?
My biggest strength would probably just be my versatility. I'm still raw. I feel as though I'm a very, very raw prospect. I haven't really played linebacker much, but I feel as though I'm physical, I'm fast. I just feel like I can bring a lot to the table as a linebacker, whether it's inside or outside.
And how about a weakness? Anything specific that you plan on taking some time to improve on during the offseason?
Oh, yeah, definitely. My pass rush, I mean, the numbers don't lie. I haven't really had that many sacks in my college career. I've had a good amount of TFLs versus the run, but versus the pass, I would say that would definitely be something I need to work on. Just being a better technician all around instead of relying on athletic ability all the time.
All right, Josh, let's say there's an NFL general manager listening to this very interview. Why should he want linebacker Josh Alaeze out of Central Connecticut State University a part of his team?
You want me a part of your team because I'm going to come into the program as a hard worker. I feel as though I can bring a lot to the table. Wherever you use me, I will play. I have no picks. I don't really care what position I play as long as I'm on the field. I played 3 different positions in college, so I would like to say I'm a team player. I bring a lot of energy to the field. I love what I do, and I take it serious. So that's what you'll be getting, a hard worker who is about his business.
Chris Schanfeld talking to 2015 NFL draft prospect out of Central Connecticut State University, Josh Alaeze. And Josh, any chance that you've been able to talk to anybody that has had any type of experience at the next level, and have they given you any advice as to what to expect during this draft process?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple friends. My cousin actually was with the Redskins, Courtney Bridget. So he talks to me all the time. You know, I was at his house last year during draft day, and he didn't get that call right away, and so just being around him, he makes sure that I don't go through the same process that he went through. You know, he really looks out for me. He's a good family friend, been around for a while now. And he just tells me how the process goes so I have a better understanding of when my time comes.
All right, yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely familiar with Courtney Bridget. Now, Josh, there isn't a big list of former CCSU Blue Devils that have made it to the NFL. Why do you believe you deserve a shot in the National Football League?
Because I just feel like there's always somebody that does it somewhere. You know, my school isn't really known for sending people to the NFL, but opportunity comes, and when opportunity comes, you have to make the most of it. I feel as though the NEC as a whole is getting better year after year. You can just see from our record versus some of the top conferences around the country, there's talent here. So I just feel like if I have what it takes, I just wish one scout would take a chance on me, and I won't prove him right.
Hey, that's all you need is one team, one person to fall in love with you, and you know, who knows? I mean, take a look at James Harrison, the linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, he was an undrafted free agent as well, and now look at him, he'll be a Hall of Famer for sure. So all you need is that one team to fall in love with you. Josh, when did you realize that the NFL may not only be a dream, but it could become a reality?
I would probably say my junior year, when scouts started to come up to the school. My old coach, Coach Matt, he used to talk to NFL a lot with me. he was a really good guy. He took the time to really sit out and coach me last year as a defensive end, as though he was a D-line coach when he was at USC. And he just threw that thought in my head that I have the ability to really take it to the next level. And ever since then, that's what I've been about.
Chris Schanfeld talking to 2015 NFL Draft prospect, linebacker out of Central Connecticut State University, Josh Alaeze here on the CS Podcast. And Josh, just a few more questions, then I'll let you go. I really do appreciate your time. If you would compare yourself to a linebacker currently playing in the NFL, who do you think that would be and why?
If I had to compare myself to a linebacker, honestly, I wouldn't compare myself to any linebacker in the NFL because, like I said, I'm still a raw prospect, so what I bring to the table will probably be different than anybody else. And I kind of take pride in trying to be the first me. So I really don't look at NFL linebackers anymore. I might watch the highlights, like I watch Von Miller. You know, he's explosive off the edge. I'm from Baltimore, so Ray Lewis is forever my idol. So I guess you could use that one.
All right. Well,
outside of that,
go ahead.
Nothing at all.
Well, even more of a reason for a team to give you a shot. I mean, it seems like that they could, kind of mold you into whatever type of player that they want you to be.
Right.
All right, Josh, last but not least, a few weeks ago you were able to participate in the FCS National Bowl, a college all-star game for some of these small school standouts. Can you just tell us how that experience was?
Oh, yeah, it was a great experience going down to Miami. It was my first time in Miami, so that was pretty good. And then just being around a bunch of people that are chasing the same dream as me is just motivating. You know, I had a linebacker. He was from South Carolina State. His name was Justin Hughes. And me and him, we kicked it off as soon as we got down there. We both had started at outside linebacker, and we just built a good friendship down there that I know probably won't last a while.
Man, that's awesome. That's definitely great to hear. I mean, whether they're players or scouts, it's definitely great to just interact with those different type of people that you really aren't usually around, 24/7. So that's definitely great to hear. So speaking of scouts, were you able to chat with any of them down there, or do you have any idea what they might be saying about you?
Yeah, I actually had the chance to talk to the Eagles while I was down there.
And what were they saying about you? I mean, did they like what they see?
Oh, they like the way I run. They like my athleticism. They just told me I need to bulk up a bit. You know, being as though I really don't know what position I'll be playing on the next level. So I just got to make sure I'm ready. Wherever they put me, I just got to make sure I'm ready.
Any other college all-star game invites or anything else in the works?
I'm talking to another man right now about an all-star game, the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. So I'm just praying on that right now. If not, I'm going to focus on training and then make the most of my pro day.
Hey, sounds good. Sounds good, Josh. I'm definitely wishing you the best of luck. Really just throughout this whole process. I really do appreciate your time. It was great talking to you. You have anything else for us before I let you go?
No, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity and thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate that,
All right, sounds good. Well, I appreciate you, Josh, and once again, wishing you nothing but the best throughout this process, and take care, all right, man?
All right, man, you too.